Hey, this is Tumar Aditya from Lighthaven. Today we are going to do a simple knife switching drill that was taught to me by Grant Tuhon himself. One of the reasons I really like this drill is because on the surface it seems a pretty simple drill, but there are a lot of minute principles and small details that you can add or become aware of that can enhance the amount that this drill can give you. Before we begin though, it would mean a lot if you would subscribe to the channel. At the end of the video, if you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add to the discussion, please leave that in the comments below. If you have any requests or questions for future videos, please leave that also in the comments below. We've also just restarted a residential program in Goa, so if you'd like to come and train Pikiti with us in person, please check out the link that we are also going to leave down below. Thank you. All of these things really help out the school a lot. A big part of this drill is your ability to take one hand to meet the other, or your ability to take one hand and touch any other part of your body without having to look at it. So if I, let's say for example, want to take my palm to my elbow, I don't want to be looking at my elbow to make contact. I should be able to make contact with that palm however it is that without having to look at my elbow. This comes in handy a lot in combat, especially when you're up close and you can't really see everything that's going on because you're so close to someone. But if you have these reference points, let's say for example, somehow I have this frame across somebody's body, or maybe I have that, I've cupped the back of their head. Now I don't need to even necessarily see their head to be able to hit that head anymore, because I have that reference point of touch. If I know that my hand is behind their head, all I need to do now is take my elbow to where my hand is, and it just so happens that his head is in between my elbow and my hand. And so these reference points of touch become very important. One of the ways that we train them is on our own body. So in Pikiti you often have drills where you are doing these sort of claps, slapping your own shoulder, coming up, all of these kind of things, and these are just to start to, amongst many other things, these help to begin the process of you understanding how to use that sense of touch, and also how your body stands within space. Like I want to be able to touch my own shoulder without having to look at it. I want to be able to touch my own elbow without having to look at it, my own knee without having to look at it, and all of these things will really help me when it comes to that extreme close quarter fighting. They help me in my sensitivity, and they help me to be able to fight without having to look, because again I'm using that sort of sense of touch, that reference point of touch. So the drill goes like this. I'm going to start in my pakal grip. Whichever hand is gripping my pakal grip, that leg is going to be in front, right? So I'm going to be standing with my right leg in front. My right hand is holding my knife in my pakal or my ice pick grip. From here I'm going to just shoot a straight knife jab. Simple. Now as I pull that knife jab back, I'm going to take my left hand, palm up, and meet the knife sort of halfway. From here I'm going to roll the knife into my left hand into saksa. Now that my right hand is free, I'm going to shoot that right hand out like a hack, and then my left hand is going to stab. As my left hand stabs, my right hand touches my shoulder. One more time. I'm going to shoot a knife jab out straight in front of my own head. I'm going to use my own head as a reference point. I'm going to shoot the knife jab out straight. As I pull the hand out, my left hand comes palm up. This is super important that it comes palm up. I'm going to almost place the knife like this, so it's almost like I'm clapping hands. It's going to come back. From here I'm going to rotate that knife before placing it, because if I just leave it right now, then it's going to be in this weird saksa grip with the edges facing almost me, or edges facing out. I want that edge facing in. So I'm striking my knife jab. As I come back, my left hand is going to be palm up. It's going to meet my right hand. I'm going to literally rotate the knife so that it's now facing the right way for that saksa grip. As I let go of the knife with my right hand and I pull the knife now to my waist with my left hand, this right hand is going to hack, because there's now empty space here. I've done a knife jab. As I'm retracting, there's empty space here. I want to fill that space. If I don't fill that space, my opponent will fill that space. So I knife jab. As I come back, I deposit the hand rotated into my left hand. I hack. Now from here I'm going to stab. As I stab, my hand's going to come to my shoulder. You can have that elbow up protecting that nose if you want, or you can just tap that shoulder. From here what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my hand down my arm all the way to to my hand that's holding the knife. Once it comes here, the knife is going to switch grips. I'm going to go back to my jab again, come back, deposit, hack, hit, bang, bang, deposit, hit, bang, bang, run it down, hit, switch, hit, hit. This is important. I run it down, switch, hit, switch, hit, stab, run it down my arm, switch knife, hit again. Let's just look at the motion now without the knife involved. So that's my jab. As I come back, I'm clapping, and that clap is the switching of the knife to the other hand. I clap, I hit. Now from my shoulder, I'm just going to follow my shoulder down to my hand, switch, hit, clap, that's the switch, hit, stab, on my shoulder, come down. So then what this is, it's teaching me again those reference points of touch, that if I can, with the knife, if I can, without having to look at my hands, if I can just clap, if I know where my hands are, I can do the knife switch. Same thing from my shoulder. If I know where my shoulder is, I can find my hand. I just have to follow my shoulder down to the hand. There's the knife. Come back. As if I can clap, I can switch my hands. Hit from here. If I can find my shoulder, I can follow that shoulder with that retraction to the knife. Switch, hit, bang, come back. Because what ends up happening a lot of times is that it's too much information that your body is having to process when you're fighting or when you're sparring. So it's very hard for me to see what my opponent is doing, see what my knife is doing, be aware of my environment all around me, and also be able to then look at my hands and then switch and all of these kind of things. But if I know where my hand is, then I can switch my knife without having to look at what exactly that it is that I'm doing. But this is a sense that takes a lot of time to develop. It takes a lot of practice to develop it. It's not just, this is an easy knife switch. Even this drill, it seems easy and rudimentary, but it's developing a really important attribute in you, which is your ability to sort of find other parts of your body and use that touch reference point. The other thing you're learning to do is you're learning to fill space. If I'm hitting and I'm retracting, there's this empty space between me and my opponent. My opponent is going to fill it. I don't want my opponent to fill it. So I'm hitting, I'm pulling it back. Now this empty space is there. Maybe my opponent is coming towards me. As I switch, I hit again to maybe keep him away, to frame, maybe grab him, whatever it may be to do. Now the knife is filling the space. Now as I retract, again this empty space is going to be there. I don't want that beat empty in the middle because my opponent is going to fill it. So I meet that knife halfway. I don't retract the knife and then change. I meet that knife halfway. And from here I switch, hit, come back, switch. Again, all my switches are happening halfway. I'm not switching here. I want to hit, meet my knife here in the middle, switch from here itself, launch my attack, and again switch in the middle. That way I am being able to fill space on my terms. I'm not necessarily leaving space open or those beats empty that my opponent can then take advantage of. Eventually you want to be able to do this looking at something else, thinking about something else, maybe with your eyes closed, because again you're using that sense of touch to be able to guide your hands to the knife, to be able to do the switch. You're using that sense of touch. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add to the discussion, please leave that in the comments below. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, please also leave that in the comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel. These things help the school and the channel out a lot. Like I said earlier, we've just restarted our residential program. So if you would like to come to Goa to live with us, to train with us in Pikiti, please check out the link that I'm going to leave below. Thank you and see you guys in the next video.